Good morning and welcome to Fortune Cookies. It is Sunday, the 16th of January. Typically, I do not do readings on Sunday, but I have tomorrow off from my day job and I could not resist. So I wanted to do this reading yesterday and I backed off it because I wanted to give myself a day off, quite frankly. So yesterday I saw in the news that Prince Harry has sent out a kind of a warning shot across the bow to I believe the Home Office, because he had an incident when he went back for the Diana unveiling and he allegedly was chased by paparazzi, and he is requesting that I believe he either be provided with security when and if he ever returns to the United Kingdom, or that he be allowed to pay for his paparazzi. So that was a slip. Pay for the Metropolitan Police to provide security. And if I am getting the official names wrong, please correct me in the comments. So one of the things that comes to mind with this is that where I live, private companies can hire police forces for like different things. They can hire the police to negotiate traffic if there's a utility company doing something, and I believe the overtime is paid to the police department, which is then paid out to the police officers. But the negotiation is done through the police department to hire those parties. So, like anytime you see like a construction site in my town or some utility work, there's, usually a police car there with the lights going, just parked. Or there's a police officer who's, directing traffic or something to that effect. It's just to keep the road crew safe and to keep the flow of traffic reasonable. Likewise, I do know that in Greenwich, Connecticut, prior to I don't know if it still happens, but I know around the time of the Martha Moxley murder, which was 1975. The police were allowed to be hired out by families there for, and again, it's a super highbrow town, Greenwich, Connecticut. Police forces were allowed to be hired to either, direct traffic, do work at the house, like valet park, those sorts of things. And those were done privately. I don't know if that still continues, but there is, my point is there's a tradition of being able to hire police forces privately to do work for you. So the idea here is that Harry's claiming that he had an incident in July when he went back for the Diana unveiling. He is claiming that he was chased by paparazzi. We have not seen nor heard any peeps of paparazzi photos from that event. So I want to see if that was actually paparazzi chasing him. Also, I want to know if it was Harry or Meghan that made this bullet that was fired across the bow of Great Britain and the Queen, because this it feels like a temper tantrum. But I'm just saying. So what it will do is it will make it, quote unquote, impossible for them to come back because of their safety. So we all remember that in the Oprah interview, Harry said that the reason they left, and this is a takeaway, the reason they left was because of lack of support. Not racism, not lack of security, but lack of support. I don't know if he was roping in his lack of security as part of that. As far as I know, while they were still in England or Great Britain, they were still afforded security. I'm not really sure, the details of that. But let's start, and I'm not showing you myself today because I am a fright. It is Sunday. I am not sparkly. I'm like the opposite of a Twilight vampire when they go in the sun. I am not sparkly, the opposite of sparkly, and my hair is in a ponytail on the top of my head, and I look absolutely disgusting. So, and I was crying because I'm making a big pot of onion soup right now. It is very, very cold here in the Northeast. We have some guys coming over to play games with my husband, and I made a big pot of onion soup so the guys can have some French onion soup and warm up. But so I was crying, so my eyes are all puffy. Crying because of the onion soup, not because I'm upset about the Harry thing. So let's start. Let's go way back. Let's go back in time to July at the Princess Diana unveiling. And let's see what happened after Harry left the event. I'm trying to get better at using this mic too and not be screaming and moving around. So I'm trying to like keep my face in the same spot. I am half Italian, so like I do flap around and move around a lot. I'm trying not to. So, oh my goodness, sloppy shuffle. Good morning. What happened after the event? So, a great deal of disappointment was here. He expected more. I think when he got off the plane, he really expected more fanfare, maybe, more security charging up and saying, "Yes, we are here, my lord." I think he expected, a bit more fanfare and drama for when he got there. Once he did get there, he felt settled in and he was good. And then he started to act kind of jerky. This is all within. This is from, and I apologize. The reading led me to when he landed, not after the event. So we'll have to do another reading because it's coming in very, very clearly, intuitively, that this is when the plane was landing. And this is when he got to wherever he was staying, Windsor Castle. I'm not sure where he was staying. And then this is the event itself, the unveiling. So very, very disappointed, but incorrectly disappointed. He just, this is like the cousin that like goes away and like really doesn't do anything with themselves. And, they come back for Thanksgiving and they expect everyone to be all excited about it. He didn't get that. There was no excitement to his return. I think he thought that time had passed and everyone would kind of get over the interview and get over what was said. And I don't want to go into the Prince Philip funeral because we'll be here for an hour, but maybe we will. I don't know. We'll see where the reading goes. He really expected more. He expected to be he expects to be a rock star. He expects everyone to applaud every time he does something. It's like the bar is set so low in his mind that anytime he does anything, he expects everyone to be like, "Oh, that was wonderful. That was wonderful." Like he really expects all these accolades for every little thing that he does. Spoiled is not a strong enough word for him. It's really disillusioned. He was really disillusioned. Now, I'm not going to say that his mother did that. I'm not going to say that the royal family did it. I think that it was more the people that were hired to care for him and to help build him back up after she passed away. Those people were the ones that kind of did this. I feel like that was a play in there. Charles, I feel, was very hands off in terms of the nurturing. I feel like he was much more hands on in the nuts and bolts of, giving them what they need and setting them on a course, both boys. But I feel like the nurturing was left to somebody else. I know there was Tiggy in there, but I'm not getting a sense that it was her. I'm getting a sense that it was much lower players than that. Oh my Lord, wonderful, wonderful. I feel like that it's that kind of thinking. So what's happened as a result of that is this massive, massive ego that I can do anything. I'm wonderful at everything I do. I'm beautiful and fantastic, and anyone that doesn't like me is just jealous and has a hard time with whatever. They're just lowly peons. I hate to say that, like he really does. For all the conversation that he has of being like the voice of the everyman, he's so not. He really has some hangups here, and he does not like the everyman when he actually meets him. Sorry, just a tarot reading. It's only my opinion. So from all this, the creature comforts of being in the castle, but then having all this emotion about it. Like, when I'm not here, I should be treated just as well as when I am here. From all of that, he had all this jacked up emotion, and that's why he was bouncing around like an idiot at the unveiling and like trying to be everybody's best friend. He like has no there's no investment in his past behavior. Really quite fascinating. Quite fascinating. So, but with the magician, I get this very fickle thing. Like, like I can do this, and like you should just get over it. You should just get over it. So that being said about that, I guess we're gonna have to look at the event itself. Let's see what his emotions were. We'll get a timeline, getting to the event, during the event, and then how he felt after the event. Like walking out the door. So again, this overwhelming feeling of disappointment that he's not being lauded as this amazing contributor, to use the English way of saying it. His reception from William was incredibly cold. That's our catalyst here. It was incredibly cold. He was shocked at how cold his brother was to him. It really was something he did not expect. He expected time had passed. He would have just rolled back in. He would have been jolly Harry. And everyone would have been like, oh, it's wonderful. And now we're here to honor your mother. And oh, you're part of your mother. And you're 50% of your mother. And like, he likens himself. He wants to be like his mother. But it's just not in his nature. He doesn't resonate. He doesn't understand the everyman. He doesn't get him. And that's troubling. Something that's shadow self, though. He won't admit that. He won't admit that he doesn't like everyday people. He only likes the elites that he hangs out with, his friends, Skippy. I'm getting the sense the girls in Vegas were not treated very well because they were just like everyday girls. Like they were like, paper napkins. Like, I hate to say them. Sorry. It's really pretty rude. But for entertainment purposes only, this is just a tarot reading. When William treated him so coldly, it was at that point that he said, well, I have to move forward and I have to find my footing, and I'm going to break the cycle and not look fondly back on anything. It's like really terrible. Like, he's rewritten his entire life. And when we look at things, we can look at things with it's like the half full, half empty glass thing. You can see life as it was really great, or you can see it as it was really limiting, or you can see it as it was really sad. I got to stop doing these ums. Sorry, I had to take a big drink. And then there, another one for you. So he is, there are people that will survive terrible, terrible things in their lifetime, in their childhood, in their marriages, and they will look back and say, I survived and I made it through, and now I've created this amazing environment for myself. He does not see it that way. He is one of those people that says, I was very poorly treated, and now I'm being treated even more poorly because I am shining a light. Shining a light. It's that light again, shining the light. Shining a light on all the bad things, and I am now being vilified, and the powers that be are really just taking me to task on it. So this is really, really a lot of darkness here. These cards are not exceptionally dark. This makes all of this very, very dark. Makes it very dark. This is revenge. This is not moving forward with a good sense. This is revenge and digging down deeper into how negative everything was, how awful everything was. I don't think he'll ever come out against his mother and say that his mother was a poor example of parenting. But I think Shadow Self is in there thinking that. Very interesting. So, and then we have this magician who is going to use everything at his disposal to get his way. So, really, I think he stormed out. I think he absolutely stormed out. So let's take a look at this alleged paparazzi chase after the event. Was there a paparazzi chase after the event? So I'm going to do something here, because intuitively I think I know what happened. I'm going to do paparazzi chase, and then I'm going to do regular people chasing after him, yelling, telling him to go home, telling him to beat it. Because that's what I think happened. I'm going to turn elephant a little bit more so you guys can enjoy elephant. So, paparazzi or regular people just telling them off. I think I know what the answer is, so stick with me on this, people. Wow. Okay, so my instincts are right here. Paparazzi doesn't care. They don't want the trouble. They want to preserve that memory of his mother. And they honor that. The consensus is that the paparazzi chased her to her death. They honor that, and they're giving good quarter to those boys. The paparazzi's not chasing him. They want them. They want the paparazzi there. They want the paparazzi going after them. It's driving them nuts. It's driving one person nuts that the interest just isn't there. Maybe events are created. I don't know, in the United States, perhaps. But there's no interest. There was no paparazzi there. In fact, it's almost like there's a resounding silence. Like, where are they? How come there's no one here? How come there's no one at the airfield to pick me up and there's no screaming throngs of fans? How come it's not like when the Beatles came to America? That's the kind of reception that he's expecting from not only regular people, not only from the royal family, but from the paparazzi. He's kind of shocked that they're not there and that no one gives a crap. I said no one gives a crap. Now, was it regular people? Yeah. So the balance is not there. The public is not generous with him. When they see him, they voice it. They say it. I suspect it was on social media a little bit. There may be, if we may find out that there were some people that laid claim to, telling him off, yelling at his car, maybe, taking, they may have taken pictures of him with their own phones, but it wasn't paparazzi. It was not paparazzi. They want him, it's like, go home, Harry, go home. They don't even consider him one of them anymore. And his response is to flex legally. That's what he's doing. His feelings were really hurt. He cannot believe that people aren't buying this story. And to be sure, I think he's so brainwashed right now that he kind of believes it. He kind of believes that he should, be lauded for his bravery for leaving the royal family. He doesn't think that he's doing the queen wrong. He thinks that he's calling out his brother for his brother's... my stomach just growled. I hope you guys didn't hear that. He feels like he's calling out his brother versus calling out the Queen's institution. It's really awful. He's completely turned against the public. I don't know who he thinks he's fighting for. I mean, I've done readings on him before, but this is really shocking. So the psychology that's going on for him right now, that boy needs help. I'm sorry. He really does. He needs an intervention, and he needs to be rescued, and he needs to be brainwashed back into being a normal person, if ever he was. It really is quite alarming. So let's do this. Is it Harry that unleashed the lawyers to make this statement? Is it Harry that did it? And my stomach is still growling. I'm so sorry. I'm so hungry. Is it Harry that released this statement, released the lawyers to do this? And to be sure, it's a pre-legal event. Sorry. I know y'all hate shuffling, but we got to do it. Us tarot readers, we got to shuffle them. That's how we get our answers. He was at odds with it. He didn't like the idea. He does feel like it's a point of no return. This was an act of no return. But he feels like there's nothing else that he can do. He's been convinced that there's nothing else he can do. It's a bad decision, completely bad decision. And it's perpetuating the fight and starting a new chapter of the fight. Really, really a bad move. Yeah. I'm not getting... He okayed it. Let's see if this was Meghan's idea. Because she was so worried about security for Archie. Was it Meghan's idea? Is it Meghan's idea? Yes, she thinks that this will put them further into this victimization mode, and that people are going to feel sorry for them. They're going to stage something. There's going to be an event staged. I don't know who is going to do it, but there's going to be some kind of home invasion, attack on their car, some kind of possibly like an empty threat. Like they're going to say, oh, well, there were death threats. There's going to be something that they throw out there and they say, you know, because of the royal family and the way that they're coloring them, that no one loves them anymore. They're destitute, and it's all because of the royal family not protecting their brand, not protecting their persons, not giving them the support that they need. It's this really, really horribly boring conversation. There's a money factor here. Let's see. Is this a way for them? Now, I know Harry said that he would pay for Metropolitan Police, I think it is. I think that's what we call them. He would pay for that police force. Is this a way of flexing that they have money? Is this a show that they have money? It's the wrong message. Oh. Yes. So this is deceptive. This is showing that they have a comfortable life. This is, throwing out. It's throwing the royal family under the bus. They won't protect us. We have the money to do it, but the laws won't allow us to. So we're between a rock and a hard place, and we can't come back. And so we're just going to hole up and not heal and not try and do anything moving forward. We're just going to not heal our rift with the family. We're just going to make our way here by ourselves. It's a terrible, terrible place anyway. Very, very sour grapes. And as you all know, the 10 of Pentacles has grapes on it. So very sour grapes. It's very, very diluted thinking, trying to create this illusion of abundance and this illusion that well, we can do it, just the laws won't let us. Is this a tricky way to get money back from the royal family? Is this a tricky way to get Prince Charles to open that door a crack? Because they're trying for Prince Charles. They're not trying for William. Are they trying to get Charles to open up the door a crack? Yes, they're trying to partner up with him. They're trying to butter him up in terms of safety, and I think whoever is the mouthpiece here is saying, well, you didn't protect him when he was younger, so now like this is the damage, and we have to like move forward. How do you like my word salad? How you like my word salad? So yeah, this is the damage has been done using manipulative, talking to this King of Cups, playing on his heartstrings. This is, trying to be done privately, trying to partner up so that they can move forward to a happier place. What is Charles? So let's see where Charles is, where he's standing on the whole Harry and Meghan thing. I want to see how he is feeling about the whole situation. Leave her out. Trying to be high-minded, but he's keeping his cards close to his chest, I mean, is that the right phrase? I don't know if that's the right phrase, but okay. How's Charles feeling about the whole situation? We're going to let's put her up there on the galaxy. Ooh, that's cool. Oh, he's still thinking about it. And my stomach's growling really, really loud. I'm sorry. I'm so hungry. So the Hermit, he's still trying to figure out the situation. He doesn't like the fighting, and he just wants the fighting to be over. He just wants the struggle to end. We've got the High Priestess, which jumped out, and we also have the Moon in reverse. So the High Priestess has the information. The Moon in reverse is secrets possibly revealed, underlying intentions possibly are going to come out. At the base, he wants a happy family. He wants everyone to rejoice and be happy and just do good things and feel good. He wants to have everyone doing their job with a smile on their face. There's no reason to be unhappy. He's baffled at why this kid is unhappy. The gifts that he has, he's very stable, and he's very rooted. He does have fluctuations of emotions because I believe he's a Scorpio, but you know, the foundation of his house is very, very well built, and he understands what he's supposed to be doing. Now, he's very different from the rest of us. He has very different ideas about how to just exist on a daily basis, but you know, he really does mean well with his patronages and the social work that he does in terms of the environment. He really does mean well. He does that in earnest. He's not, you know, creepy about it. But the fighting, he's over it. He's over the struggle. He just wants it to be done. He thinks that they look like idiots. And he's at the point where he just wants them to just go and make your mistakes. He wants to be seen as the man in control, the guy who has a firm grip on everything. But at the end of it all, their intention, the reflection of Charles by those two, make him seem like a mean-spirited, jerky. The spirit that's going to come out is they're going to color him as unfeeling as he was with the whole Diana press. Like, oh, he never took care of her. Oh, he never took care of Harry and Meghan. He didn't even care about the grandchildren. He lavished on the other grandchildren because they were heirs. And no, he just had such a different, he was cruel, he was cold, he was awful. So that's really what is going to happen here. And he doesn't want that to happen, but he's at the point where he's like, I don't care. I don't care anymore because I can't take it. I want to see, now we all know how, this reading's going long. I'm sorry, people. We all know how William feels, but let's put her back. Let's see if William, I believe William was the one who made the decision about Uncle Andy. I think they took that heat off Charles. I think they let William make the decision. I think he was the final vote for voting him off the island. Sorry, Alicia, I took your phrase, even though it meant something different with what I said. So I want to see where William stands on this. Are they going to let William make the decisions on this one? I think that paparazzi story was bogus. William's done. He's looking to move forward. He's not going to fight anymore. He is the guy in control, and he doesn't care if he's seen as cold and indifferent. He feels that the injustice that was done to the family is borderline treason. He truly feels it was a hard decision. He didn't want to do it, but he's got to protect his people. He's seen as cold and unfeeling and hoarding, miserly. They see him as terrible. His worst fear is that the monarchy will crash and burn, and he's not allowing that to happen. He is going to take up the mantle. He is going to restore stability to the royal family, and he doesn't care that he has to be cruel to be kind. Again, I think that was an Elvis Costello song. Cruel to be kind. He is even-handed, but he is not going to be played a fool. I'm sorry. Not going to be played a fool. So, into the future. Let's go to the future. Is Harry going to sue his former country? Is he going to actually sue them for money to pay for privacy? I don't even know what his plan is here. Is he going to go into litigation over this security matter? Is he going to do it? Gaslighting. I'm not even reading that. All right. This is all gaslighting. Is this story, this chapter, is this chapter to keep them in the press with some information? Is this just a bid to keep them in the news? Boom shakalaka. Yep. They're looking for pity. They want pity to keep them in the news. They're revealing things to keep them in the news. Feel bad for us. Our family is so important. We need attention. Past, present, future on this. How is this going to affect actually? They're pivoting. They're pivoting their PR. Oh my God, this is so stupid. It's like a slow car crash. I watched the Lindsay Lohan crash and burn. Like all four of them. And like this is unbelievable. How is this going to... Oh my God. I'm sorry. Oh my God. How is this going to work out for them? So deception, trying to correct those behaviors, trying to create more subterfuge, and pulling on the heartstrings again, bringing up the past so that they can regain some power. Now, let's see, heart of the matter of this throwdown. I'm calling it the throwdown. UK Protection Throwdown this Sunday. Heart of the matter. Ready? Crack. He just doesn't know what else to do. He's just trying to find something. Desperation. There's such a level of desperation with this. It's like they don't live there. Why do they care about their security there? Why? Why care? Like, it's just like we're just going to throw a temper tantrum. All right. So those of you that follow me know that I think that there is a plan B to bankrupt Harry. So when he does decide to leave, if he ever can leave, he will be bankrupt and he won't have anything to be parceled out in a settlement agreement. Is Harry aware of that plan? If there's a plan, is Harry aware of it? For entertainment purposes only, please do your own research. It is a plan to resurrect him. He does not know about it, I don't think. The plan is from the powers that be. They're really fighting this negative perspective that he has. They're trying to get him out of this bad situation. They're leaving breadcrumbs for him, and he doesn't see them. They should try glow in the dark rocks. He's not seeing it. Are the powers that be going to use this to their advantage? Will they use this to further empty Harry and Meghan's coffers? Yes. 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 They need him broke. They need him broke. They need him broke in the future so that he is unfettered and he can start over. So this was a tremendously long reading that I did not intend to make so long. Again, I did not intend to do this reading today. I wanted to do it yesterday, but I told myself, no. I need a break. Little bit of self-care. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. Please like, share, and subscribe. And leave your comments down below. Tell me what you think. Tell me if you believe in my plan B of bankrupting Harry so that he can return to the family and be resurrected unfettered and unencumbered with finances. Have a great day. Again, like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.